Brexit fallacy number 8. Everybody should both ignore and take note of the warnings by Remainers about the economic impact of Brexit. My name's Mike Cashman. If you find these videos interesting or useful, please subscribe to the channel. Britannia waives the rules. So this fallacy, I did think of making two videos for this fallacy, one about you should ignore, the other you should take note of, but they're really better combined, because if both those instructions are given, then clearly there must be a fallacy in there. The general tone of the Brexiters during the referendum campaign was you should ignore the warnings by those who advocate remaining in the EU. This is all Project Fear. Don't take any notice of experts. It's all going to be wonderful. And the referendum happened, and subsequently Brexit happened. Broadly, the economic impact is turning out to be very much as predicted by those with significant expertise. The Office of Budget Responsibility, for example, it predicted a long-run 4% negative effect on GDP from Brexit. That's turning out to be pretty much the case as far as the indications so far go. That's a reduction of about £100 billion in GDP per year, year on year. GDP of £100 billion, less than it otherwise would have been. Well, one result of that, given that the tax take on GDP, given money circulates around the economy several times, but net the tax take for the government tends to be about 33% of GDP. So that's a net negative tax impact of £33 billion. The 350 million per week, which was not an accurate figure. The true figure was less than that, but even that was £18 billion over the course of a year. So the negative impact has come true. But there have been some Brexiters, some phoned into the James O'Brien show, who responded to any negative news of Brexit as, oh, well, that was priced in. That was warned about by Remainers. So, in other words, they're saying that people took account of that when they voted. So, in other words, voters should have ignored the Leave side and should have listened to the Remain side, according to these Brexiters, and therefore any negative impact can be discounted because it was anticipated. Any aspect in which Brexit was not as bad as was predicted is counted somehow as a victory for Brexiters, as an alternative to actually coming up with any Brexit benefits. So it's always useful to have an analogy. In this case, this is like somebody proposing to build a big house without any foundations. The experts will warn that could be disastrous. You could find that all of the walls subside. You have problems all over the house. The house is built without foundations, and the house subsides substantially at the front. As it happens, the back is still holding up. And the proponents of building without foundations say, aha, you said that it could subside all the way around the house. You were wrong. The back is still holding up. That's not the point. If you undertake a risky course and some of the risks occur, then that demonstrates that that was a risky course of action. That's where we are with Brexit. So we have Brexiters who are both saying, well, some of these impacts, these were as predicted by the Remainers, and so, provided you take note of what those Remainers said, then you shouldn't be surprised at these things, even though they were also saying, don't take any notice of what's being said by Remainers. So I think you can see there's a fallacy in there. My name's Mike Cashman. Please subscribe to the channel. Britannia waives the rules. Share it with your friends. Thank you.